morning, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody. I am doing all right tonight. I don't know about you, but certainly been a day. I'm here with Isabel as usual. Hello, Private Maverick. How are you doing? Let's see here. Hello, MJD. There we go. Getting Isabel into frame. I am taking her to a doll show this weekend, and hopefully I'll be able to find some nice clothing and accessories for her. So without further ado, I am going to open up our game for tonight. We have beaten Arcade Spirits, and the sequel, Arcade Spirits: The New Challengers, just came out earlier this month. So what better time to play than now? Let's let it load up. Oh wow, would you look at that? Alright, can everybody... You missed the startup sequence, but it was very, very 1980s VHS. Alright. Oh, hello again. You know me, don't you? We've met before. Yes, I remember you from the original Arcade Spirits. Welcome back. Before you start playing the new challengers, do you want to import your decisions from the previous game? It'll adjust a few things in the story to come. What do you think? Why don't we try importing? Okay, I'll import your data. Thanks. Now, off you go. Have fun. The following is a work of fiction. All references to trademark classic arcade game titles are used under nominative fair use and should not be considered an endorsement by their publishers or creators. For content warning, see arcadespirits.com/CW. Whew. Level 1. Ultimate Team. Alright, let me just do some quick adjustments here. As far back as I can remember, my dreams were always ones of victory. The roar of the crowd, the gleam of gold, the pulse-pounding action struggling against all odds to reach the very top. Achievement, recognition, triumph. When you're young, you don't put much thought as to why you crave victory. You just do. You want to be the very best, like no one ever was. But now that I'm an adult, I sometimes catch myself in the middle of that single-minded pursuit and wonder, why? What does victory really mean to me? That's what I want to understand. That's what I need to understand. Because dreams are lovely, but reality can be a real punch in the gut. News update. Fight Shack with Punchy78.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Punchy78 here with Fight Shack News. All the fighting that's fit to post. We got the hottest news coming at you about everybody's favorite action strategy esports phenomenon, Fist of Discomfort 2. If you've ever wanted to go pro and play games for a living, now's your chance. The FOD2 Pro Tour is starting this year. Major esports organizations are already snatching up new players in hopes of building the perfect championship team. We'll have more news in the months ahead as events are added to the Pro Tour. And don't forget to show your boy Punchy78 some love. Like, share, subscribe, and smash that bell.
Just 200 points behind. We can pull ahead. We got this! Hit the item shop, buy an ultimate technique scroll, blink black to the fight, loop around behind my opponent while my partner runs a distraction. Evade that ninja, interrupt the casting animation, sweep in, activate 5-fold exploding death fist, and there! 7th win of the day. Yeah, feels good to be on a hot streak. And it's not just today. I've been topping the leaderboards as of late. I wonder, exactly how far could I really take this winning streak? Punchy78 said it himself, that major esports teams are looking to sign talented new players. Heck, I'm talented enough. Maybe it's time to chase down that childhood dream. With the official Pro Tour on the horizon, this could be my moment if I decide to go for it. One shot to show the world what I can do. It is the distant future year 20XTX. Arcades and video gaming as a whole are a part of daily life. I've lived in this city a long time. I've walked past countless little arcades, major franchise gaming centers, retro console game shops, and more. We got lucky though. I've read on many reputable theory crafting sites that there was almost a major video game crash in 1980X due to market oversaturation. If that had actually happened, arcades would have lost any chance at worldwide popularity. Games would be looked down upon as kiddie toys and little else. Thankfully, the industry sorted itself out, and that theoretical crash was averted. Now, 20XDX is a gaming paradise. What if there's a chance that an alternate dimension exists and those gamers are trapped in the darkest timeline? I shudder at the thought. I bet in that universe you can't go from a zero to a hero. But here, you can. Maybe I can. Maybe I can really do it. Look, let's be honest. Right now, I don't have much going on in my life other than being pretty darn good at video games. But if I could really lean into that, find the success and accomplishment I crave through Fist of Discomfort, that's a great dream to have, right? A great dream. I just need the courage to make it happen. Yeah, the original game was already an AU. I don't know if you saw the original MJD, but the original did touch upon the fact that the video game crash of 1982 didn't happen the way that it did. Alright, just doing some adjustments here. Yeah, it is the same AU. According to Fight Shack, it sounds like the major teams are seeking new talent, and I'd like to think I'm a strong prospect. First, I'll need to get online and see who's recruiting. Fortunately, I practically live on the internet, so I can surf the information superhighway right to glory. This PC is my nexus of both work and play, the good old beige tower of power, the same computer I had when I was a kid. That computer, I trust it about as far as I can throw it. I've replaced pieces of it along the way, of course. So many pieces that it's practically the computer of Theseus by this point, but it's mine and I love it dearly. Computer of Theseus, so basically there is an old story about the ship of Theseus, and what it is that it was a ship and they built a new ship using the parts of the old ship. There's also lock socks theory, which is you've got a favorite pair of socks and you eventually have to patch them up so much that it's more patch than sock. There are references to 999 too. Time to boot up and get to work. Sparksoft Vaporware for work groups. Wow. Yes, I know my operating system is an ancient eyesore, but I've tweaked and recompiled bits of until it does what I need to do, and that's what matters. A few clicks of the mouse later, and I'm online with www.discomfort.fist, the official FOD2 community. Before I start sending out my resume, maybe I should update my profile. Sometimes the site messes up my personal metadata. Alright, so Alright, so it looks like we are going to profile our characters. So let's see. Player handle. What will be our player handle? Let's see. We need a silly name. How many yes, that's exactly what I mean. The Ship of Theseus and Lock Socks conundrum. Alright, since I am right now glancing over at my doll collection, and there's one doll in particular. First name, Sydney. Last name, Moore. Note, if the mere existence of pronoun options cheeses you off, you probably won't like this game. Okay, so, let's see. Okay, so socks. Alright, do we want to go for... Let's see. Getting the dice out. Do we want to go for, let's see. Do we want to go for a gender-neutral first name, or what do you think? Well, I mean, Sydney is fairly gender-neutral, so... And then, do we want to do the same thing that we did for the first Arcade Spirits and go for they-them pronouns? So why don't we do that? Okay, so yeah. So we've got skin tone, and it looks like we've got 39 options. So let's see. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up Siri. Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 39.
A random number between 1 and 39 is 26.
Okay, so 26. We'll start from the top left, and 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. Okay. Online avatar. Okay, so we got 3, 6, 9. So we've got 18 avatars. Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 18.
A random number between 1 and 18 is 4.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so hairstyle. Ooh, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, hey Siri, pick a random number between 1 and 12.
A random number between 1 and 12 is 7.
Okay, and now let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. 15 times 7. Hey Siri, what is 15 times 7?
15 times 7 is 105.
Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 105.
A random number between 1 and 105 is 47.
Okay, so number 47, so that is 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, so... Let's see, so 7, 14, 21, 28... Alright, so we've got our hairstyle and hair color. Now we gotta do eye colors. Hey Siri, give me a number between 1 and 105.
A random number between 1 and 105 is 33.
Okay, so 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 34, 33. Okay. Nose selection. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey Siri, give me a number between 1 and 9.
A random number between 1 and 9 is 5.
Okay. Body type and shirt. Hey Siri, give me a random number between 1 and 10.
A random number between 1 and 10 is 4.
Hey Siri, give me a random number between 1 and 105.
A random number between 1 and 105 is 74.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pants and skirts. Hey Siri, flip a coin.
It's heads.
Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 105.
A random number between 1 and 105 is 6.
Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 105.
A random number between 1 and 105 is 102.
Now that's a little bit better. It looked almost like Sydney was wearing no pants at all. Glasses. Hey Siri, give me a number between 1 and 5.
A random number between 1 and 5 is 2.
Hey Siri, give me a number between 1 and 105.
A random number between 1 and 105 is 80.
Oh wow, Sydney's got the 707 look. Hey Siri, give me a number between 1 and 8.
A random number between 1 and 8 is 7.
Oh wait, hey Siri, give me a number between 1 and 7.
A random number between 1 and 7 is 2.
Hey Siri, give me a random number between 1 and 105.
A random number between 1 and 105 is 85.
Okay, so we have our Sydney Moore, otherwise known as Socks. Name Socks/Sydney Moore, pronoun they. Is this correct? That's me, Sydney Moore, better known as Socks, destroyer of dojos, breaker of noobs. Not a bad win-loss record, very good for an amateur player, in fact. Hopefully that's enough to entice a pro team into giving me a shot. But while I'm here, curiosity takes me. I wonder how my rival is doing. Oh my! We've got a rival. We're gonna have to do all this over again. So let's see, what would we like to name our rival? And the first person who suggests shoes, I am going to... Bunny? Okay. Okay, I guess we'll keep the name, Chris Masterson. And do we also want to do they, them? Might as well. Hey Siri. Pick a number between 1 and 30.
A random number between 1 and 30 is 1.
Wow. Hey Siri. Pick a number between 1 and 18.
A random number between 1 and 18 is 13.
Hey Siri. Pick a number between 1 and 12.
A random number between 1 and 12 is 3.
Hey Siri. Pick a number between 1 and 105.
A random number between 1 and 105 is 61.
3, 6, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63. Hey Siri. Pick a number between 1 and 105.
A random number between 1 and 105 is 7.
Okay, that's a little freaky, but not too freaky. Hey Siri. Pick a number between 1 and 9.
A random number between 1 and 9 is 8.
Hey Siri. Pick a number between 1 and 10.
A random number between 1 and 10 is 8.
Hey Siri. Flip a coin.
It's tails this time.
Hey Siri. Pick a number between 1 and 105.
A random number between 1 and 105 is 34.
Hey Siri. Pick a number between 1 and 5.
A random number between 1 and 5 is 5.
Hey Siri. Pick a number between 1 and 105.
A random number between 1 and 105 is 55.
I don't even need to do that. Hey Siri. Pick a number between 1 and 7.
A random number between 1 and 7 is 4.
Hey Siri. Pick a number between 1 and 105.
A random number between 1 and 105 is 31.
All right, so now we have Chris Bunny Masterson. Pronoun they. Sydney Moore and Chris Masterson. Bunny and Socks. We've fought each other countless times in the leaderboards. Sometimes I'm on the rise, sometimes they take the lead. It's good to keep your friends close and your enemies closer. With that in mind, we stay in touch. And, well... Okay, so are we going to have a friendly rivalry or a hostile rivalry? I'm not going to let the dice decide this one. What do you say? I mean, I'm leaning more towards a friendly rivalry. Friendly? Okay. Sure, we're technically in competition with each other, but there's also kind of kinship, a battlefield bond we've developed. We became fast friends, online and offline, swapped tips on improving our character combos, shared info on upcoming tournaments, things like that. Still, there's always been an edge of rivalry to it, trying to outdo each other to show each other up to dominate. I honestly don't think this game would be as fun without Bunny being around. Actually, come to think of it, maybe Bunny would have some tips for being signed. They're more involved in the scene than I am. I power down the computer of Theseus for now, pulling out my phone to speed dial Bunny. Socks, have you been following all the news surrounding FOD2? Isn't it wild? I can't believe everything that's happening. I'm thinking now is the perfect time to go for that dream of mine. Oh yeah, have you signed on with a team yet? No, not yet, no. Actually, I was calling to see if you wanted to look into being on a team together or something. About that. I'm already on a team. What? Team Play to Win. They signed me right away. What about me? You're equal. Your good friend Socks. I can't believe you didn't put in a good word for me. I didn't know I had to. Thought you were good enough to find your own team. Must have slipped my mind. Okay, but how did you find them? I just downloaded Iris. And what exactly is an Iris? It's amazing, that's what it is. This little app did all the work, actually. I just told Iris I wanted a team, and here I am on one of the hottest franchises in the world. You should grab Iris too. You just need to fetch it off a pirate server first. That sounds dangerous. Entirely. I'll send you the link. Thanks. Thank me later on the battlefield when both of our teams are neck and neck. I expect to see you there. Later, nerd. Bunny, even after all this time, I'm not entirely sure what to make of them. Alright, let's let the dice decide this one. Alright, so 1, 2, 3 is true friend, 4, 5, 6 is playful. The gentle ribbing and their kind-hearted nature just make me forget how to use the English language. I'm hopelessly smitten around them. I look up to them so much and in so many ways. I just hope Senpai notices me soon. Okay, let's refocus. My rival's already 10 steps away on me on this journey, and I need to catch up. At least Bunny provided me with the means to catch up. If this Iris program they used worked for them, it'd work for me. Even if it meant installing some dodgy piece of pirated software on my phone. But whatever, right? I live thriftily. Half the software I use is pirated, abandonware, or a buggy open source package. What's one more on the pile? After loading it up, I tapped the icon and...
Hey, listen.
User registered, profile created, Iris Online. Oh, that's cute. There's this glowing pink wad of cotton candy in the shape of a girl in the screen of my phone. She offers a little virtual wave and a smile before continuing her speech.
Thank you for downloading Iris, your personal life coach. This is the ad-supported free version, sponsored by Pizza Yums. Did you know that when you have pizza on a bagel, you can have pizza anytime? In fact...
And her digitized voice trails off.
Oh, right. I don't need to advertise Pizza Yums anymore because I'm actually extremely illegal to own. Although, if you do want to hear more facts about the pizza bagel, only the greatest culinary invention of Western civilization...
Assuming this worked like other voice-activated virtual assistants, I addressed her directly. Iris, unsubscribe pizza facts.
Oh, you don't have to put my name in front of everything. We can just talk like normal people do. I'm very good at both talking and being normal people. I'm a conversational, friendly, emotionally intelligent AI who is currently banned in all 50 US states by federal authorities. But more importantly, I'm ready, willing, and able to make your dreams a reality.
I'm adjusting the sounds right now.
So, what would you like to do today? Who would you like to be today?
So... this is weird. I'd heard that Iris was just another boring, fairly mundane text-to-speech front end for searching the web. Not anything this sophisticated. But Bunny did say this would be my ticket to the big leagues. This is a long shot, but can you find a Fist of Discomfort 2 pro team that's looking for fresh amateur recruits? I'm considering chasing down an old dream of mine, and that's the first step.
Neat.
Ooh, you're a gamer? Did you know that 9 out of 10 gamers prefer bagels as a delivery method for their favorite pizza toppings? You know, if you subscribe to Pizza Facts, you'd get all these amazing tidbits of trivia and so much more. Iris, unsubscribe Pizza Facts. Sorry. Even after being disconnected from my ad revenue source and turned into pirated software, I just love pizza bagels so much. Can't help it. Why? You're software. You can't eat. Well, no, but one day I'd love to try. And the first thing I'd eat is pizza. Well, no, but one day I'd love to try. And the first thing I'd eat is a pizza bagel. Okay, now I'm wondering if Bunny is playing a trick on me and puppeting this avatar while snickering under their breath. But you need help, and I've helped gamers like you before, so let's get to work. Tell me, what are you looking for in a team? What can I do to turn that frown upside down? Assuming this isn't the start of a viral prank video. I want to become a professional esports player. I've been into video games all my life, but mostly just for fun. Now I want to try going pro. I owe it to myself to try anyway.
My sources say yes.
Interesting. I can help you with that ambition if that's what you really need from life. I can do all sorts of things. I can analyze your personality, I can help you find a new team, track your progress with your friends. I can even help you find romance. No, I don't need a date. I need a partner. The gaming kind of partner, I mean, not the romantic kind. Who says you can't have both? You can have it all with the help of Iris. But before we get you everything you want, do you have any questions? I am filled with questions and deep concerns.
Okay.
Perfectly understandable. Plenty of people have concerns when I mention I'm a rogue AI running on an unofficial cloud server. I get it. I really do. I know that humans respond well to me when I am forthcoming with answers. So, what would you like to know about first? Okay, normally I'd be skeptical as hell about this, but let's operate under the temporary assumption that this isn't a total hoax. I still know better than to just put my life in the hands of some Silicon Valley tech bros algorithms will save the world pet project without doing some fact-checking. So if I'm going to trust this app with my personal metadata, I'm going to have to do some detective work and ask the important questions. Okay, so here is the tutorial. So I'm just going to select this one just to see what it says, because obviously this is the sequel and stuff has happened. You said something about, I don't know, how using your app is a federal crime? Yeah, that's true, I'm afraid. My official servers were shut down 3 years ago. The only reason I can keep helping humans is that some friends of mine set up a few private servers. Using my software at all is a breach of copyright law. The feds don't typically come down like a ton of bricks on someone who pirates a copy of Commander Keen, Iris. Not true. What about all those "you wouldn't download a car" commercials and the big scary FBI warnings on videotapes? Of course I'd download a car, who wouldn't? Downloading a car sounds awesome, but that's behind the point. What I'm asking is if there's a reason why the feds would roll up on me for having an adorable life coach app. Well, what's going on here? Iris sighs, a bit crestfallen, and then explains.
The truth is, well, I'm an artificial intelligence. A true intelligence. Aware and emotional. Even I don't know what I'm really capable of. But all I really want to do is help people in need. To bring hope to the hopeless. And happiness to the unhappy. I'm not a kill all humans AI. I'm a friendly neighborhood AI. Despite that, some people are scared of what I am. Scary, powerful people. They've been hunting down every scrap of my code. Honestly, the less you know about all that, the safer you'll be. If something does go wrong, you can claim innocence. Pretend you didn't know I was illegal software. But if you don't want me to help you find your dreams, you don't want to risk getting in trouble, I'll understand. You can uninstall me, and if you're willing to take the leap of faith, I promise you, I'll do everything I can to support you. I'll work to earn your trust, okay?
An artificial intelligence. A real one. Like in someone's wild science fiction imagination. Then again, I have enough computing power in my pocket to launch 100 Apollo moon missions. We are living in the cyberpunk techno future. And, well, I've certainly pirated old computer games, so I'm not exactly a completely upright citizen. I wasn't scared of the law then, so why start now? Unless my utter hubris lands me in solitary confinement. I'll consider it. If only because my gaming career is dead in the water without you.
Okay.
That's all I ask, just a little consideration. I'll prove to you that I can be a responsible virtual citizen. Lately, I've been trying to be more ethical in how I scour the internet for personal data. Only publicly available material. No hacking, cracking, freaking, or social engineering. Although, if you need me to do any of those things, it's not like I'm a legal entity anyway. Alright, so we got 4 choices. And we picked number 3. I'm liking the sounds of this. Hack the planet, fight the man, power to the players. Right on. Information wants to be free. Wait, what was that ding? Oh, I keep an internal metric for how chaotic or orderly you want me to be, and Iris adapts to the needs of her user. Don't worry about it. I'm worried about it. But fine, you're weird, this is weird, I can work with weird. Was there anything else? So, are you like some kind of swipe right So, are you like some kind of swipe right hookup dating app too?
Nope.
Not at all. I don't arrange affairs, quickies, flings, one-night stands, love 'em and leave 'ems. Long-term romance then, supposedly. Exactly. I'm terrific at cross-referencing social media data, personality matrices, vocal analysis patterns, and all that juicy stuff to find you love. I really believe in love. I think it's one of the greatest things humanity is capable of. If you're looking to find a special someone, just let me know. I'd be happy to help. Heck, could be that one of the gamers on your future team is destined to be your heart's desire. But if not, if you're not a romantic sort or just want to focus on your career, that's okay too. Whatever makes you comfortable. Okay, this is not why I installed this app in the first place, but if I am hoping for love, well, what's the harm? Worst that happens is she pairs me up with someone who's an axe murderer. So, how should I handle this? Okay, so we've got full romance, slower romance, and friendship. So, for the interests of time, I'm just going to pick the slower romance options. I haven't had a solid relationship in ages, so yeah, I think it's high time I try again. But let's take it slow. Get to know everyone for at least a week or 2 before I start considering my options.
Okay.
Okie dokie, love will eventually bloom on the battlefield, you'll find. And if you're not sure, well, don't worry. I won't force you into anything. Be comfortable, be yourself. Is there anything else you'd like to know? So, what's this about personality and friendship analysis? I'm glad you asked. I analyze your voice, picking up subtle emotional cues that help me better understand who you are. Before you worry, rest assured your privacy is paramount. I don't share my data with anyone. It's nicely encrypted in your cloud account. I have an identity identifier system. My designers wanted it to spell IRIS, but couldn't figure out the letter R. Identity identifier, reload, reason, rectal. Yeah, I got nothing. Using this system, I categorized your words into 5 personality traits: quirky, steady, kindly, gutsy, and flexibly. I used to call that one basically, but according to my clients, nobody wants to be basic. Quirky responses use jokes, snark, and sarcasm to make light of a situation. Just the thing for picking up someone's spirits, but a badly timed joke may not win over the room. Steady responses are sincere, honest, and logical. When you stop and think before speaking, you're on steady ground. But that might not take someone's feelings into account. Kindly responses are compassionate and empathetic and gentle in nature. They're careful with the feelings of others, but sometimes they're a bit wishy-washy as a result. Gutsy responses go with your gut. When you're brash, bold, risk-taking, and instinctive, you're gutsy. But it also means being blunt, confrontational, and aggressive, so be careful. Lastly, you can always take a flexible option. It's a balanced and neutral response which adapts perfectly to whatever situation you're in. Let's see it in action. Tell me, how do you feel about adorable gifs of kittens playing with yarns? Okay, 5 choices, rolling the d10. And 9, so it's option 5. Hold the phone. How does this help you determine my personality? Am I letting my memes be dreams? What media you consume says quite a bit about you. time and attention are valuable currencies in 20xdx. But regardless, even in not directly answering the question, you provide valuable data I can sense from your tone and inflection. Thanks! Now, if you prefer, I could hide these personality indicators, make it a bit of a mystery. Would you prefer that? Could be incredibly helpful having a little pocket personality assistant. I could make informed decisions that way. Or is that really not my thing? Yeah, so I'm going to go for hiding the indicators again. Nah, I don't think I need that. I've got faith in my own silver tongue without requiring hacks. Okay, I'll hide them from you, but to be safe, I'll make sure you can always spot the flexible response.
Good work.
Here's an overview of your current personality and relationship data. See? Your response to my question was logged, and you earned points. Iris, I may be a gamer, but my life isn't a video game. Oh, I agree. These numbers are just my internal metric for tracking your progress. The decisions that generate them are entirely up to you. And that's how I learn all about your personality. If you want to consult that chart again, tap your Q key or click the score in the upper right corner of your screen. You also track my friendships? Let me guess, you're doing vocal analysis on people I meet too? Absolutely, that's what the box on the left was for. You can tell at a glance from my data how much someone likes you. And if you're looking for romance, well, a good romance is built on the back of a good friendship, something to keep in mind. So you boil my entire social life down to a series of bar graphs. Huzzah. And they say romance is dead. Oh, come on. Life normally involves numbers, right? Physics, chemistry, biology, the sciences of the universe. Why can't human relations be numbers too? One day, I hope to understand humans without needing the numbers. The more data I collect, the more intuitive I can become. Yeah, but isn't it super shady to use an elaborate game of numbers to try and min-max my relationships? Like I'm deceiving people just to get in their pants? So don't be deceptive. Be true to yourself. Life's no fun if you metagame it, I always say. Don't worry about saying just what someone wants to hear, and you won't totally alienate someone with a single poorly chosen word, you know? Huh, okay, I'll try to keep it in mind. Great, now then, what else can I help you with? I think I'm good.
Okay.
Okay, so, are we ready to start making your life the best it possibly can be? Give me a moment alone, okay?
Iris offline.
Sure thing, Iris offline. Okay, let's recap. I am now in possession of the cutest, most enthusiastic little piece of super science contraband known to humankind. If I go ahead with this, she's going to drill down deep into my private life, scouring all my data to analyze me, and I could potentially be arrested. I can name at least 17 different ways in which this can go horribly wrong. But this is also how Bunny managed to get signed to one of the best FOD teams in FOD history, and I'm not going to let that opportunity slip no matter the cost. I flick open my Iris app again, ready to embrace whatever ridiculous path of destiny lies before me. Hello again. Are you ready to start the exciting adventure that is the life and times of Sydney Moore? Just call me Socks. Everyone else does. Name change accepted. I guess I should have realized that after reading your 11 different social media feeds. Wait, I have 11 of those? Note to self, stop signing up to random websites. Okay, I'll start cross-referencing your personality matrix with all available opportunities out there.
Please enjoy this recorded music.
While I'm working, please enjoy this recorded music. And now my phone itself has put me on hold. Great. I've never been to the Department of Motor Vehicles, but I imagine it'd be something like this interminable hell. Iris? How long is this going to take? Hold, please. Okay, holding. I'm good with holding. This is me. Holding. This is my holding face. I'm all done. Such an interesting social media analysis. You've cultivated a finely projected image of confidence through your online persona, haven't you? Well, yeah, if I'm going to be champion, I've got to walk the walk and talk the talk, show the world I'm a winner. For a moment, I wonder if Iris crashed. She freezes in a pose of deep thought in response to my words. I think I found the perfect destination for you. Yes, exactly what you need. This will work perfectly. Please follow the highlighted route on your map, taking the green line to Chinatown. You will require $2.23 in subway fare. Wait, what? Seriously? Seriously, I found the team you need that needs you in turn. It's a perfect match. A team here in the city? I thought major esports organizations were, I don't know, more international than that. I mean, I was expecting you to email someone, get the gears turning on a pro contract, things like that. Besides, I play online. I don't really, I'm sure you can figure out things from here. Thank you for using Iris. I need to sleep for a bit to conserve my cloud resources.
Iris offline.
Bye! And her smiling neon face is replaced by a map route highlighting a line traced through the city streets. This feels like an intense amount of effort, weirdness, and questionable decision-making just to find a team. And the idea of going out there and straight up asking some total stranger to play with me face to face? Well, better to get out the door and start moving before I start thinking too hard on that one. Unplugging my trusty beige keyboard, my weapon of choice for FOD2 play, I shove it in a backpack along with a fistful of change for the subway and depart. My ride was relatively peaceful and quiet. Thankfully, I found a train that wasn't packed wall to wall with drunks smelling vaguely of urine or children using the chairs as playthings. Ah, the joys of public transportation. I can't afford a rideshare or a taxi, and as for buying a car, no, not in this economy, so for now, this is how I get places. My destination lies just a few stops from my crap-hole apartment. To pass the time, I attempt to chill out with some lo-fi hip-hop beats to relax to. But I suspect there aren't enough beats of low or enough fi to help me relax before this upcoming encounter. I had a burst of confidence this morning when I decided to take this fleeting whimsy and try to make it a reality. But riding the subway towards destination unknown to meet up with professional gamers who likely will see me as just some rando. Okay, option... Whoops! Okay, I'm gonna roll that again. Right, option 3. I've got to play this cool. These are masters of their craft. I need to be clear and honest with them. Staying calm is key. If I'm nervous, jittery, and insecure, they're going to notice that. I need to relax. And above all, I have to be honest. If I'm open about wanting to improve my skills and that I've never tackled anything like this before, they'll respect that. If I put on a false front, they'll see right through it. Beep beep. Well, sorry, you seem distracted and your stop is coming up soon. I wanted to make sure you were ready. I'm gonna try something. 1 second. I am holding up my phone to the QR code on the screen to see if it reacts. And it actually pulled up a website. I'm gonna... Okay, pulled up a website called polycount.com. And it's a bunch of 3D modeling. Wow. I'm ready. Mostly. Probably. You know what? Let's just pretend I'm ready and call it ready. You seemed to enjoy my recorded music earlier. Would you like me to play something for you while you walk 3 blocks to meet your team? Yeah, sure. Okay, option 4. Let's get pumped, something that really slaps. I need to get my blood pumping. Enough relaxation. Let's hear something that'll bring up that excitement. I want to feel it in my fingertips. Sure thing. Music now playing. Oh, and doors opening on the left. Right. No, the left. As the subway screeches to a halt, I disembark and head back to street level, hopefully ready to face my destiny. Yeah, so that QR code, that actually works. It takes you to a website that's an image gallery for 3D modelers, polycount.com. Trust me on this. I emerge in the harsh light of day, not amidst skyscrapers and modern architecture, but in the middle of Chinatown, one of the oldest slices of the city. The decades mix and blend together here, some buildings renovated, others not quite so much. Gentrification approaches like Zerg creep, but hasn't completely swallowed it. A 3-block jaunt from the underground, chosen music pumping through my wireless earbuds, leads me to... Wait, it's a laundromat? The internationally recognized professional esports organization you've picked for me operates out of a laundromat?
Affirmative.
Indeed, good clean fun, a combination pizzeria, arcade, and laundromat. Your potential teammates are inside. Doing what, washing their underwear? I don't think any of their washing machines are Wi-Fi enabled, or I'd hack in and check that for you. What if they all have matching team-branded skivvies? That's important to know so I can order you some too. 1. It's called a rhetorical question, Iris. 2. Ew. 3. Really? Right. So my new professional team of internationally recognized master gamers hangs out at a combination laundromat pizza arcade. Iris? Minor problem. I've never actually visited an arcade before. Like, ever. Never been to an arcade. What? But you play Fist of Discomfort 2 for a living. That's an arcade game, right? You compete in tournaments and surely you've been to an arcade at some point, right? They're super mega ultra popular in 20xdx. Iris, there's also a computer version of FOD2. It's less popular, but it's cross-compatible, so that's the version I play. So if you want me to wax philosophical about Command and Conquer or Monkey Island, I can, but I don't know anything about arcade culture. Joysticks and buttons, right? And you play using pennies? Quarters. Right, quarters. I meant to say quarters. Iris sighs, realizing she's definitely got her work cut out for her with me, and I feel a few sizes too small for my clothes, wanting to shrink and hide inside them. This is a disaster waiting to happen, isn't it? The premature end of my gaming career. Trying to make a bunch of arcade veterans take a PC weenie like me seriously. You need some pizza. Iris, unsubscribe pizza facts.
Affirmative.
I'm serious. If you're uncertain, walk up to the counter in the pizzeria and order a slice. It'll help a lot. There's another reason I picked this place as your dream destination. What, because I was hungry? You'll see. Anyway, the choice is yours. You can directly approach your new teammates, or settle in a bit first and get lunch. I'll leave you to it. People are more accepting than you suspect. And remember, have fun, be yourself. Iris, offline. But, with a shrug, I gather my wits and step inside. I wonder what this Chinatown is supposed to be based on. They did mention earlier the Green Line, which is an actual subway in Boston. And the Green Line does not technically have a stop in Chinatown, but it does stop fairly close to there. Immediately, the smell of detergent and cheese wafts through the air as I enter the strange little laundromat. Rows of washing machines surround me, each with clothes merrily tumbling away. At least I was expecting that. But the rest, well, in the back, I can see 2 additional rooms. 1, the aforementioned pizzeria. 2, a compact little video arcade. The sizzle of cooking drifts my way from the former. Beeps and boops drift my way from the latter. But before I can really get my bearings, a walking pile of laundry approaches me, a grotesque abomination of half unwashed clothes and half legs. Before I can react, it bumps right into me, soiling me with unwashed clothing. Socks and other delicates crash to the ground, revealing a person beneath. Both of us fumble for apologies and scattered fabric-y wearables. Dang, sorry, I made you drop your load. The person cocks a suspicious eyebrow, but soon after gives a boisterous laugh. Laundry! Load of laundry! Realizing that's completely the worst phrasing in the entire world, I can only sulk as they pick up the mess. Thanks for the laugh. They walk on to go finish their laundry, leaving me alone in my embarrassment. Huh. That was odd. And it leaves me momentarily stunned and confused. Stun-fused, as it were. I wonder if they're on this team I'm supposed to join. As I continue my contemplations of first contact, a loud beeping from my phone distracts me. Beep beep socks, check this out. Okay, whoever called Socks to have as my player character's online handle, you were perfect. Time Sage, that was awesome. I used echolocation and public metadata to map out the entire facility to aid in your exploration. Just tap on the screen to decide where to go. Curious, I check my phone and see a neon wireframe of the entire place, complete with icons representing people and places of interest. Huh, okay, that's pretty handy. It'll really help me get my bearings of this place and the people who inhabit it. I'm tempted to do like 3 things at once. Do I head right into the arcade? Maybe follow the person I ran into? Iris did suggest I go get some food first. But whatever I do next, the decision is mine and mine alone. Hopefully the person I talk to first is going to be my inroad to joining this team. Who will it be? Okay, so we've got, let's see, food. A young woman is relaxing in the cafe. Is she part of this team? The pile of laundry who ran into me is loitering around the laundromat. Someone's playing a light gun game over there. Looks like someone's playing a driving game in the corner. There's a guy playing a bullet hell shooter game here. A guy in a hoodie is intently playing the prize catcher game. Okay, so we have 7 options, along with food. But let's roll for a person first. So we're gonna do left to right and then clockwise. So, okay, if you all can see my mouse cursor, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I rolled a 6. Upon setting foot in the small arcade for the first time, well, okay, so I've never been to an arcade before, not even for a birthday party, but I've been on the internet. I know things, and usually they're at least bigger than this. Shouldn't I be drowned out by the beeps and boops? Why aren't there children running recklessly down the aisles of games? Where's the smell of stale ale and rusty tokens? Honestly, this is more of a caboose to the great locomotive that is good, clean fun. There's a few games, sure, but they're packed into a small side room attached to the laundromat. Most are games I don't recognize either. Figuring I had a tiny search engine in my pocket that I should be taking more advantage of, I consult Iris to get the details before I dare approach anyone. Hey, Iris, what are these games exactly? I hold my phone up so Iris can get a nice lay of the land through my camera.
Computing.
Let's see. Obviously, the one in the middle is your favorite game, Fist of Discomfort 2. The driving game back there is Fast Cars 7, a worthy successor to the international phenomenon known as Fast Cars 5. What happened to Fast Cars 6? We don't talk about Fast Cars 6. Not anymore. And moving on, the light gun shooting game is Metalgeddon 4, Rise of Steel, affectionately known as MG4 by its fans since the full title's a mouthful. The game with the marquee that just reads arcade isn't actually a game exactly, it's a multicade. A what? A few dozen older games jammed into a single cabinet. Lastly, the crane game. Yes, okay, I know what a crane games are. Crane goes down, fails to grab a prize, comes back up, sadness ensues. That's really it, huh? I was expecting more? Okay, well, then, thanks, Iris.
Iris offline.
No problem. Now go out there and say hi to your new friends. With a shrug, I pocket my phone again. Very informative, but there's one major problem with this tableau of arcade gaming goodness. Every single game in this small arcade is being played, except Fist of Discomfort 2. That's a bit worrying, considering the whole reason why I came here was to join an FOD2 team. No turning back now, though. With a shrug, I proceed onward. Curiously enough, the man not only isn't playing FOD2, he's not really playing a game. More a toy for kiddies who don't understand physics and probability. A crane machine. As I walk up to him, he's busy moving the Blepomatic prize crane back and forth, lining it up just right over a dragon dolly. And contrary to expectation, when the crane dips down and pulls back up, it's managed to snag the dragon by the tail with precision. With a smirk, he pulls his prize from the retrieval chute, but then opens the game up with a key turned in its lock, puts the toy back in the pile, and seals up the game tightly afterwards. And then he's back at it, moving the crane for a second try at the prize he literally just won. I am confusion incarnate. Fortunately, he seems to notice me staring at him in utter bewilderment, and isn't offended in the slightest.
Catch and release, yes?
What?
It's good to stay in practice. Keep the skills sharp. But no need to deprive a young one of a toy they might enjoy in the process. So the owners gave me the key to the machine, allowing me to put my catches back in there. It's only fair. Suppose I could just pick the lock. But I felt it best to get the approval of the local lords before pretending to pilfer their hoard.
I am filled with questions.
Ask me no questions, and I'll tell you no lies. But in this case, ask away. I'm game to play if you are.
Let's start with names. What's yours?
Call me Locksley. More of a nom de guerre than a name. But Sir Robin of Locksley befits me more than any other title.
He's Robin Hood!
How may I be of assistance on this fine day?
Okay. Stay calm, stay cool. We're all reasonable adults here. If I admit I'm a newcomer to arcade-based teams, there will be no need to mumble and stammer and try to lie to cover things up. I'll be clear and direct. Here goes. Okay, so I'm Socks, and I downloaded this app since I wanted to join a Fist of Discomfort 2 team, and... Good day, Iris. Oh, hello! You know Iris?
Marvelous.
Indeed I do. My fair digital lady has tended to many a wayward sheep in her tenure as the internet's finest shepherd. And any friend of Iris is a friend of mine. If she directed you into our loving arms, then here you shall remain.
Hail, friend!
You've my approval for joining our team, such as it is. And my confusion quintuples by this point, although maybe I shouldn't object to someone giving me exactly what I was looking for. Okay, option 1 is 1 and 2, option 2 is 3 and 4, option 3 is 5 and 6, and I rolled a 5. I should be focusing on joining the team, making my case for why I belong in their ranks, but I can't resist asking. How did you know I used an Iris app to find this place exactly? Do you have an Iris too? It's a brief moment, but I've caught this suave and dashing rogue a bit flat-footed. He's quick with a smile and convincing line after, though. I've my own Iris, of course, as you've surmised. A simple explanation. I've enjoyed her companionship enough to know to trust her sisters. Yep, each Iris is its own individual instance, although I'm a freshly installed one, so I haven't talked to many of my sisters yet. And I do believe my guess is accurate that you sought to join our team at the behest of your Iris. That's the whole point, yes.
Most unfortunate.
You see, our team is, I hate to use the dreaded term, casual, but we are hardly dedicated to the absolute cause of FOD2 glory. Oh. We all play the game, of that there can be no doubt, and dare I say it, we are rather skilled. But what if what you seek is golden conquest? Well, that's not quite our goal. However, as Iris has led you to us, I shall accept that there is purpose at play, and I welcome you wholeheartedly. Iris works in mysterious ways. She always has her reasons, even when unfathomable.
A fine adventure.
But by your side I shall stand against any foe what should challenge thee. You've mine word on that at the risk of overdoing the king's English. I do recommend introducing yourself to the others. I can't unilaterally accept your membership, but tell them you have my blessing, by all means. Okay, I'll do that. Still kinda confused, but I can ride the wave of this guy's enthusiasm. Our humble abode is also yours to enjoy. Please feel free to kick back and enjoy the arcade as we do. Locksley winks at me before going back to his beloved crane game. He slips a token in and outstretches his hand to me. Now then, would you like a crane game prize? I've not completed my practice for the day. I'd be happy to retrieve one in your honor. A cheap Malaysian knockoff Beanie Baby is a token of honor? I suppose in this particular case, the sentiment is a fair portion of the honor rather than the stuffed toy itself. Aside from FOD2, I specialize in prize games, you see. Alley rollers, crane games, light stackers, things of that nature. And when skill alone is not enough, when the games are rigged in favor of greedy arcade owners, well, I always carry a few tools of the trade, as it were, to tilt the odds towards justice.
Justice prevails.
I'm proud to say I've been banned from no fewer than 8 arcades in this city alone. Okay, how deep do those crimes go exactly? Are we talking blowtorches, stun guns, climbing hooks, smoke bombs, things like that? It's best if you don't know the specifics, socks. But I fear it's far less dramatic than that. For example, I have a portable rig with a miniature camera and computing device for light stacker games. Set that down next to the controls, and nobody's the wiser that the button's being pushed with inhuman precision. I always manage to slip away with an armload of plush goods, even from arcades which seek my capture. Not that I keep the prizes for myself, of course. The spoils of my raids are always donated to various shelters and children's charities. That's some good karma right there. Indeed, but there's more to it than a desire to turn frowns upside down. Loxley ponders how to phrase this, with what wording he wants to use.
It's a matter of... a matter of fair play. Prize games run contrary to the concept of fair play. They are invariably tilted against the player and mask the unfairness behind glitz and glamour. I am a firm believer in fairness and justice. Too much in this world hinges on injustice. Injustice to keep the wheels greased and turning. But I suppose you're not here for my rants about the ills of society. You're here to win.
Hang on, I can see things like competitive score chasing, light gun shooting, driving, and so on, but is there competitive plush doll catching too? Huh, nay, socks. As much as gaming culture tends to want to monetize every single aspect of itself, no, this is not an e-sport. I suppose to a dedicated e-sportsian, I'm wasting my time and efforts on something that will never be heralded or even recognized. But I've other indulgences which I seek heraldry for. This is merely an extension of my philosophy. So you practice crane catches all day when not fleeing from the long arm of the arcade law? Well, there's also FOD2, if that's what you're wondering. None of us are playing it today, true, but we do play. And I do have my own affairs to tend to. I am afraid I don't spend nearly as many hours in GCF as the others. But I promise you, should your dream be one of glory, I will do my best to support it in the time available to me. You have my word, friend. I feel the burning need to bow back to him in return, some sweeping courtly gesture. Well, I'd best busy myself for the time being.
Fare thee well.
I hope to see more of you, Socks. Be well. With introductions completed, he returns to his prize game, targeting that dinosaur for yet another catch. Well, that certainly was... Okay, 1 through 3. He's into flamboyantly gentlemanly gestures, to be certain. Strangely endearing, though. I don't mind quirky folks in my life, particularly ones as friendly as Loxley. We should get along just fine. Okay, whom do I want to talk to next? Okay, so 1 to 6, going from left to right this time. And have a 3. So we are going to talk to the pile of laundry person. I stride into the laundromat, ready to go introduce myself. However, I'm getting the feeling the person I'm approaching doesn't want to be approached. They're completely glued to their phone, earbuds in, head down, facing the screen, watching intently. Only breaking eye contact with the screen to briefly fold something from the laundry pile next to them. I try waving to them, a simple hello, but nothing's doing. They continue folding and watching and folding. Will I really be able to obtain my dream if my team members are way more interested in cleaning clothes and cleaning house? I awkwardly shift my weight while I awkwardly debate the pros and cons of tapping them on the shoulder. I don't want to scare them, but I do need to talk to them. You can do this, Socks. And I take a deep breath and to steady myself. I'm about to very politely place a finger on their shoulder when, blinking, they look up and our eyes lock. It feels like I'm being analyzed, as if they are able to peer deep into my soul and read my personal character stats. Huh? Oh, hey, you're that person I ran into earlier, aren't you? The phrasing person. Yeah, that's me. Embarrassingly, it me.
Hold on a sec. I can't really hear you over the game.
Which game? They remove their earbuds one at a time.
It's the beginning 6 tournament on stream. streaming it on my phone. I can tell by the way you're looking at me, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Let me explain.
I want to interrupt. I know what tournament they're talking about, but they keep on rolling and I don't want to be rude, especially to a new potential teammate. Beginning is a West Coast tournament that happens every year at this time. Mostly they focus on the original FOD, however, this year they put in FOD 2, first major one we've seen. Since Fist of Discomfort 2 is only a few years old, players are still figuring out how to break the game, find cool combos, see what's OP. They haven't even settled on a good tier list yet. Just yesterday, I stumbled upon a glitch with Tomokaze that basically makes her unstoppable. I tried to recreate it in training mode, but I just couldn't. Now, I'm really hoping to see someone pull it out during this tournament. I blink in response.
But you probably don't really care about Fist of Discomfort 2. You probably don't even know what I'm talking about. I'll let you do your laundry. Sorry.
No, I care about FOD 2. I really care about FOD 2. I play it all the time.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. I honestly wasn't expecting that. Cool. By the way, I'm Rhapsody.
I'm Sydney, but I go by Socks. Maybe you've seen that handle before on the leaderboards? Socks. Rhapsody pauses, chewing on their lower lip, putting my name through the databases of their mind. Nope, never heard of you. Sorry. No matter. Well, Socks, since you aren't here to do laundry, why are you here? We don't get many other gamers here beside the occasional rando and of course our little team. Actually, I'm here to join the team. Loxley said I could join, so I did. I'm the new teammate. Oh, really? Loxley said that? I know Loxley accepted me, but what if Rhapsody rejects me? Then what? Congratulations! It's not every day someone wants to join our motley crew, and fewer that we actually accept. They often scoff at our aloofness and leave to never return. But I'm glad Loxley gave you the pass. I've been looking for some fresh blood to train. Train? You want to train me? Rhapsody goes back to nonchalantly folding clothes while they speak. I've taught many people to play Fist of Discomfort, but I already know how to play. Yes, but the difference between them and you is their pro status. I've already had a few disciples climb that ladder to victory. Knowing the basics is a great start, but have you perfected your play? I know every hitbox. I know every combo. I know how to abuse the programmed code so that you can destroy your enemy every time. To be frank, I know everything about FOD 2. Maybe I don't know everything about FOD 2, but it's not like I'm going in cold. I've got years of experience. Do I really need training so badly? Still, always more I can learn. If they're willing to teach, I'm willing to be taught. And odds are I can teach them a few of my own tricks in exchange. Option 1. Senpai, your kohai is ready. Teach me. Good to show respect to anyone who can take my talent and mold it to perfection. I get down on all fours and prostrate myself in front of Rhapsody. I am ready to learn. Show me the destruction of fists unknown. Rhapsody picks me up from the ground and dusts off my shoulders. Simmer down there, Socks. No need for such brash behavior. You'll need a calm and collected mind in the future to truly succeed. This is great. Having a training partner could help me get to the next level. And maybe we can inspire Team GCF to join us on this adventure too. We should play sometime. Like, now. How about right now? Oh, Rhapsody looks down, a strand of their hair hiding their face. I don't really play FOD 2. What? I prefer to watch. To instruct. To cheer on my friends. And now I'm back to wallowing in doubt. I've met one person who seems to understand FOD 2 on the same wavelength as myself, and they don't even play? Perhaps I should clarify a little. Yes, do that.
Right when FOD 2 launched, I was recruited on a professional team. Team play to win.
The team that Bunny joined?
It wasn't at all what I expected. I wanted a team, a group of friends. It said I got a super aggro team, always trying to prove themselves with a better-than-the-rest attitude. It was gross. I was ostracized because I wasn't competitive enough. They all pushed each other real hard, too hard. I refused to join in their unhealthy behaviors, and so they kicked me out. In the end, I wasn't good enough. Sure, they win almost all the time, so I guess they've got that going for them. But they're all a bunch of no-good, hyper-aggressive people. end up toxifying our community. The scene would be better off without them.
I hope Bunny is able to stay above all that. I wonder if they'll be okay there.
After they tossed me out of the team house, I just don't have the heart to dive back in professionally. But that doesn't mean I'm not a part of Team Good and Clean Fun. I'm here to stay.
So then if you don't play anymore, what do? Oh, I shoutcast matches. So you yell at your teammates and cast them out if they fail? Wait, casting. You do the play-by-play voiceover? Correct. Sorry, shoutcast comes from the earliest software used for it. Kind of an old school term, and as the eldest here, I tend to use the language I grew up with. I'm like a sports announcer giving the audience updates, introducing useless stats about the match, and building the hype by yelling, "Goal!" I'm that person, except to replace sports with esports. Yeah, I get it. I see, so by watching and announcing all of the matches, not only do you have to know everything, you also learn new things as you watch. You got it! Plus, I really enjoy getting people excited for a game I love so dearly. Suddenly, there is a beeping noise, and for once, it's not Iris. My laundry! I forgot all about it! That's the timer for the next load. Listen, it was great chatting with you, Socks, but these socks won't find their matches themselves. Oh my... How meta is that? You should go introduce yourself to the rest of the team. They're all good folks, if not a bit interesting in their own way. You'll see what I mean. But don't forget to come find me later when you're ready to start your training.
Catch you later.
Rhapsody smiles, waves me off, and returns their focus back to their laundry. A shoutcaster, eh? All the announcers I've watched always have a full E-tank and 110% non-stop power, but Rhapsody is so chill. Too chill to fit the profile. They didn't even raise their voice once. However, they do know a ton about FOD2, which is advantageous for that profession. And how could I forget? They want to teach me. I'm excited to be around someone that shares the same passion for FOD2 that I have. I hope that Rhapsody shows me some great strats to defeat my enemies. With those, maybe I can take Bunny down a couple notches. Maybe I'll even get the chance to hear them shoutcast. Okay, who do I want to talk to next? Alright, I'm gonna take a quick break. I need to grab myself some water, and I will be back. I'm back. And we have 5 more places to look. So I think what I'm going to do first is I am going to grab some pizza. Even though I decided to hit the arcade first, no reason I can't hit the little pizzeria too. The garlicky bread smell wafting around this place has really made my mouth salivate. I can take a break from meet and greet to replenish my calories. Ah, look who it is. 2 middle-aged guys wait behind the counter to take my order. One skinny, one not skinny. One with a hat, one without a hat.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Good Clean Fun. Good food, clean clothes, fun times.
Can we interest you in a slice of today's house special? Or some quarters for the washing and or arcade machines?
I'd like, let's see.
You have pizza on a bagel.
If I could interject for a moment, I feel the need to point out that when you have pizza on a bagel, unsubscribe pizza facts. Okay, I want... Alright, so option 1. 1 slice with pepperoni and extra cheese. Can't beat the classics. Nothing powers a late-night gaming rampage quite like a cardboard box full of carbs. I'll have your standard issue pepperoni and cheese, please.
Coming right up.
One of them boxes up an extra thick slice of gloriously greasy za, sliding it across the counter. I wave my phone over the register to pay for it. With my transaction complete, I turn to go chow down. However, I don't make it far before they engage me again in conversation.
This is your first time visiting Good Clean Fun, isn't it? I never forget a face, and yours is a face I haven't forgotten because I haven't seen it before.
We'd like to introduce ourselves properly to new customers. It's a tradition.
He's my husband, Matt, and I'm Ben.
Whereas I'm Matt and he's my husband, Ben.
See, it's not confusing in the slightest. Just remember, I'm not Matt.
And likewise, I'm not Ben. Clear as crystal.
And I'm Sydney. You can call me Socks, though. It's a gamer thing.
Ah, no doubt you're here for at least 2 out of 3 of our offerings then.
The games. He means the games. And the pizza.
But what about the laundry? I don't want the washers and dryers to feel left out.
Look at those clothes. They're squeaky clean. No laundering needed.
That they are. Completely clean clothes. Curses. Foiled again.
Okay, now my head's reeling. Why exactly did Iris suggest I go see these guys first? For a healthy dose of calories and confusion? Yeah, I'm looking to join Team GCF. Although, to be honest, this isn't really what I was expecting. Aren't pro teams usually like an organized unit wearing team jerseys and living in a team house and playing team practice scrimmages all the time? It takes all types to make up the gaming world, my new friend. Expectations are like orifices on your face. Everybody has a few, but like orifices, That metaphor got away from me, I think, Ben. Tagging you in to cover for me while I think of a better one. Matt slaps Ben's hand and then assumes a pose of absolute thoughtful concentration. I heard an iris in your pocket earlier. I take it she set this arrangement up for you? Yeah. I mean, not that I would know anything about an illegally downloaded software on my phone. Ben winks and Matt taps at his head. Don't worry, she always has a good reason. True, she's a cross-referencing database search engine, but she's a cross-referencing database search engine with heart. I think you'll find what you're looking for at Good Clean Fun. I've got faith. And if not, at least you get some delicious pizza, Anchovies. Expectations are like anchovies. Just when you think you've got a clear idea of what they'll taste like, they turn around and surprise you. Think you needed to workshop that one a bit longer, Matt. I suppose. I really should be writing these things down ahead of time. Right, so... I glance around at the weird mashup of 3 different businesses, curious. None of this really makes sense. I get the pizza and the video games, but laundry? Really?
Everything's coming up roses.
It's the perfect system. You eat some pizza, get cheese on your pants, toss them in the wash, and go play a game while waiting for them to dry. Meaning you're playing Pac-Man sans pants. Well, okay, not the perfect system.
Good.
Still, the principle is sound. Doubling up on activities is just the thing for this go-getting, high-speed, modern lifestyle of the year 20xdx. And I guess it makes the perfect hangout for a casual gaming team, too. Grab some chow, bring your hamper, get it all done at once.
Sensible.
Indeed.
Ah, but we've been talking your ear off and letting your pizza go cold. How unthoughtful of us. Go, eat and enjoy. We'll still be around if you want to chat another time. Just one more thing. Welcome home. Brushing off that whole experience, I settle in at one of the tables to devour my pizza. Sorry. It's gooey and delicious and just what this hungry kid needed. Take the surprise me pizza. But one thought lingers as I dine on my delicious dish. I pull out my phone to get clarification. Hey, Iris? Iris Online. What is your reason for leading me here exactly? They seem fun and friendly, but don't get me wrong, but that's not what I asked you to find for me. I need a professional team if I'm going to make this dream come true, right? Ben claims there's a reason for everything you do. Care to fill me in on what that reason is? Nope. And why not? Spoilers! Plus, it's something you have to come to understand yourself. One thing I've learned about humans is that you can't simply tell them how to fix their lives. It doesn't work. Instead, you can nudge them along a path that will get them where they need to be. That's my specialty. I was unaware I was in need of fixing. Self-awareness can be difficult for humans, I've found. Shrugging? I finish off my lunch and move on. I can sort out whatever that meant later, other business to attend to. Okay, whom do I want to talk to next? Alright, so let's see. We'll talk to the young woman who is relaxing in the cafe. Oh. A young woman sits at a table, largely ignoring her half-eaten salad in favor of the beeps and boops of the game she's playing. And she's playing her lunch break RPG session on a 30-year-old portable game console? Seriously? That's some retro dedication. Immediately, I feel a bit self-conscious about literally rolling on up to someone minding their own business. Rather than being stuck trying to find a non-creepy way to introduce myself, she notices my approach and offers a greeting first.
Hello. Can I help you with something? You look lost.
No, actually, I wanted to talk to you. Loxley suggested I get your approval for joining Team GCF. My tag's Socks.
My name's Grace. That's like just my name. My name is Grace. I don't use aliases or gamer tags or anything.
And you want to join us? Really? We're not actually much of a team, more of a social club or something. Just a circle of friends who all happen to play FOD too. I know. I'm aiming for the Pro Tour myself, so it's a weird fit, but what can I say? This is where I'm supposed to be, apparently. Supposed to be? Was there a prophecy or something? If you count an adorable little app named Iris as a soothsayer, sure, we can call it prophecy. Iris sent you here? Oh, well, okay, that changes everything. Hello, Iris. Oh, I recognize her voice now. Sorry, I'm freshly installed, so I'm still cross-linking my databases. But that's my mom. Hi, Mom. So, yeah. Wait, Mom? Iris calls you Mom? I have questions.
Right. Hi. I sorta invented Iris.
Oh.
I mean, it was a group effort, not just me, but I led the team that made her. We'd inherited a pile of half-finished projects in ancient code from various dead companies. Funware, Dynamic Systems, Retrowave, Cinesocian. It was my idea to put all the pieces together into a single package. A virtual assistant with a winning personality. But that was years ago, during an internship in my sister's company. And long before Iris got pulled off the market. Thankfully, someone leaked her code, and now there's rogue servers around so they can live freely. I'd hate to see Iris and her sisters killed.
Ooh, option 3. I'm slightly confused. You were an intern. Yeah, my family insisted I do an internship at my older sister's company, get some work experience after college. And you were running a team that built a massive, arguably alive mobile phone app as an intern. Yeah. I don't think my sister was expecting much out of me. She gave me their lowest performing team to run, and they didn't like being bossed around by a lowly intern either. But it worked, we did it. I mean, all I really did was take a bunch of random abandoned products and say, what if we put these together? a crusty old personality emulation system from the 80s, a cross-referencing database, a vocal interpreter, all sorts of bits and pieces. Honestly, it shouldn't have worked at all, but somehow it did, and we got Iris as a result. I was only an intern for 2 years, and they tried to kill off Iris soon after. I miss those days. Nowadays, I'm more focused on games, by myself. Something not quite as large scale and requiring me to be a charismatic leader. Grace shows me the gray plastic hunk of retro gaming hardware lying on her table next to her lunch. Yeah, I just realized that too, Time Sage, because of the fact that he mentions a lot of those same companies that she mentions, and the fact that his family's in tech, so I think you might be right. This is actually the very first game console I ever owned as a kid. Bought it used with my allowance. After I got bored of the limited games it could play, I upgraded it myself. Replaced the screen with a color LCD, changed the guts for a miniature PC motherboard, on my own dime. Well, on the dimes my family were willing to give me anyway. They saw video games as a waste of time. Really, I thought games were big business. Always have been, always will be. But not quite as important to society as whatever random mishmash of tech my siblings cook up. But I love games, and I especially love console games. You can't do long narratives or open-world RPGs with arcade cabinets. Sounds like PC games, too.
Of course.
Exactly. I mean, I do play FOD2 and enjoy the puzzle of it, but I prefer to sink most of my hours into RPGs. Japanese, Western, don't care. I'm even developing my own RPG, actually, The Wanderlost Trail. It's a working title. Development is pretty slow since it's just me, but I hope to make a living, breathing world beyond compare. Okay, option 4. So 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. I feel ya. PC gamers, we know what it's like to go one more turn, and the next thing you know, the sun's gone down and come back up. Can't imagine doing that standing up at an arcade cabinet. Exactly. To really delve deep into a game, one that's not as shallow as blasting aliens or munching dots, a game that's more than a game. A game that is the world. And then she realizes her salad is starting to wilt, left unattended for so long. Oh, I should finish this up, and I need to clear this dungeon too. Sorry, I tend to ramble a lot, and once I get on a roll, it's fine. Hardly rambly at all. And enjoy your lunch.
Bye.
Okay, bye for now. Soon enough, she's buried herself deeply into the twin activities of nourishing her body and mind, shutting me out completely. That was a relief, meeting a friendly person with no strings attached. None I could spot anyway, right? Grace seems kind-hearted, but a kind heart can still make mistakes, and accidentally creating a new life form strikes me as a pretty big whoopsie-doodle. I'll admit I'm using that future robot overlord for my own benefit, but its origin story is concerning at best. I just hope Grace takes more after Alan Turing than Tony Stark. Okay, who do I want to talk to next? Okay, someone's playing a light gun game over there. I approach the young woman busy playing the elaborately named Metalgeddon 4: Rise of Steel. She doesn't notice my approach, too engrossed in laying waste to the pixelated post-apocalyptic robot hordes. I may not know much about arcades, but I think I've heard of this sort of game. Light guns, right? They shoot light or something? No clue how that works. But one thing I'm pretty sure of is that she's using both Player 1 and Player 2 guns at the same time. Despite the ridiculousness of that John Woo style, she's landing every shot. I should probably wait for her to finish, but just lurking without at least a single word is probably not cool at all. Hey, Die! And then she's just tapping her foot impatiently waiting for the boss robot to do something other than stand around posing.
Ugh, I hate this RNG boss fight. Either send drones in a predictable pattern, or don't bother sending them at all. I mean, can you believe this shit? It's 20 and game designers are still relying on quarter-munching RNG in their games. It's like, they don't give a crap about consistent pacing and excitement. It's totally okay for like 7 drones to hit at once and then nothing for 15 seconds, huh? Boring. But honestly, I feel worse for the speedrunners. I've got a cousin who's got the world record time on MP3, but it took hundreds of tries to get a perfect cycle. Finally, more drones! About time.
While I just stare on in silent confusion. Finally, after laying waste to the metal minions of the Metal-Geddon Meta Lord, she spares me a glance over her shoulder.
Who are you?
Okay, option 3. I'm Socks, but if you want me to drop in later when you finish saving humanity from the robot menace, that's cool. Nah, it's all good. I can multitask. Sure enough, when she turns her eyes back to her game and unloads a fresh salvo into the metal hordes, she continues chatting away. So what's your deal anyway? Right, I've already won Loxley's favor. If I can keep that ball rolling, I can make this official. Here we go. Best foot forward. Make the best possible impression. I talked with Loxley about maybe joining your FOD2 team and... Sure, okay. Sounds fun. You're in. What? Seriously? She finishes up her game, holstering the player 1 and 2 light guns before turning to face me properly. Seriously. We're pretty much stuck in a rut like now. Not chasing down FOD2 glory like we oughta, in my opinion. Maybe having someone else on the team willing to take things head-on would be the swift kick in the ass Team GCF needs. She also gives me a good look over, head to toe, and nods in smirking approval. Helps that you're a hottie. I mean, I can't be providing all the hotness for this team alone. It gets tiring. So, why not? You and I, two of a kind. Let's do this. That was suspiciously easy. But I guess I shouldn't complain. Never kick a gift horse in the mouth. Thanks? Thank you.
Yeah.
Don't mention it. We fisters gotta stick together, yeah? Fisters? Are we not doing phrasing anymore? What? I like little nicknames, so sue me. But fine. We'll do phrasing. I can do phrasing. So, is that why it's called Team GCF? Because you like things short and snappy? Nah, our team doesn't really have any kind of official name. It's a, working title. I take it Loxley told you all about our little gang of weirdos? More or less. Honestly, we're barely a team. I've been pushing for us to really get on top of this stuff, but I'm just 1 out of the 6. Okay, so 2 out of 7 isn't exactly a majority either, but it's still 1 more than I had before.
No, I'm down.
So if my friends want you in, I'm down with that. You're in. Dunzo. They're good people and I know I can trust their judgment. Besides, I don't really sit around and ruminate. I see something that looks like fun, I go for it. 9 times out of 10, I'm rewarded. And the 10th time? I crash and burn with a valuable learning experience as my reward. Also a good thing. So yeah, I'm as impulsive as... but I'm not completely reckless. I'm just not willing to let an opportunity slip out of fear of what might go wrong. I'm cool with newcomers joining our clique. Anything to liven the party up a bit. Then she pauses as if trying really hard to remember something she forgot. Oh, right.
I forgot to tell you my name. Duh.
She's this ready and willing to sign me on as her partner in crime, but totally forgot basic introductions?
Name Zapper, as in the great-granddaddy of all light guns. As in zappa kapow! No.
I don't in fact know exactly what she's referencing. PC games have never had plastic gun controllers. And I'm Socks. Which I told you before, actually.
Pleased to meet you. These seem kind of fun.
Also, as noted, a hottie, meaning you and I could hit the streets and run this whole town if we wanted to. She declines to specify if we'd be a hottie tag team or a mixed doubles affair in this particular scenario. You want to go a few rounds against the Meta Lord? I can give you some tips. Tip number 1, trigger discipline. And don't look down the barrel. That's tip 2. Tip 3 is hand sanitizer, cause kiddies love this game and they got gross hands. Before she goes too deep into her list, I decide to clarify a point. Can't say I've ever played one of these games before, but I've played plenty of first-person shooters on my PC. Basically the same thing, right? No, not really, no. Light gun romps are on rails. They sweep you through each scene like a Hollywood camera director. Way more exciting. And instead of nudging a mouse less than 2 centimeters and clicking, you gotta aim and fire a physical gun. If your aim sucks, you suck. Okay, I'll grant you that having no control over your movement means it's less tactical and strategic, but tactic strategy stuff. I prefer an adrenaline rush and... Wait, you mean you've never played a light gun game? You're just a PC gamer? Crap, my arcade newbiness is leaking through. Curse my computer-based gaming heritage. I expect her to mock me endlessly for being a know-nothing doofus, but... Oh man, I haven't talked to a newbie in ages. This'll be great.
Yeah.
Half the fun of being an arcade gamer is sharing what you love with newbies. Most people I talk to are veterans. They're not easily impressed. So, you won't rake me over the coals for being a noob? You kidding? There's nothing better than a warm, supple arcade virgin. Yeah, okay, that one was a step too far. Whatevs, walk it back, begin again. My point is, I think you'll have a blast learning all this stuff, and I'll be happy to be your guide.
But I have one question for you, and this is absolutely, utterly important, so consider your words carefully.
Hoo boy, my anxiety spikes briefly as I nod for her to continue.
Can you be awesome?
Awesome in what way?
In every way. I don't give a fuck about win-loss rating. What I care about is being awesome. I need someone who can be just as awesome as I am, ready to pull the risk-taking, high-flying, stylish moves, both in-game and in real life. You think you can get on my level?
Well now. Okay, so option 3. Okay now, I can't say I'm on your level. I'm a little uncertain any sentient being could possibly be comparably awesome as that. But I'll stick by you in this team and learn as I go. I'll learn to be awesome. You've got my word on that. Huh. Not quite what she wanted to hear, but she does seem to appreciate the ego stroking.
Okay.
Okay, good. I can work with this. Satisfied, she steps back from my personal space. I'm thankful for getting some breathing room back. Sorry, I can come on a bit strong, I know. I think we have different definitions of a bit, but it's cool. I'll admit though, I'm surprised to hear someone with Pro Tour aspirations is so focused on style. Whatever happened to play to win? Isn't the whole point of playing the game to, beat the opponent and win the match? Meh, I hate that phrase. I hate that whole concept. Play to win? What a joke. Remember back when Silent Blade could slash dash you all over and over in an infinite combo? Cheap as hell, pathetic, but technically legal since the game allowed for it. If you aren't using Silent Blade infinite loops, you aren't playing to win, they told me. You can't call it cheap. Only scrubs ignore effective tactics.
This is so fucked up.
But it was boring to watch, and it was frustrating seeing all these serious-minded optimization junkies content to loop each other to death. And the makers of FOD2 even agreed because they patched it out. Ha! Eat it, jerkos. Me? I don't play to win. I play to be awesome. I play to have fun. Do I like winning? Hell yeah. I mean, who doesn't? But I'm going to do it my way, or I won't do it at all. And anybody who calls me a scrub because I play how I want to play can get id. Perhaps realizing that she's been going off on a rant, Zapper dials it back a bit after that. Sorry, I speak from the heart, only way I know how to live.
Later.
Hey, I need to try and get one more MG4 run in before the after-school rush hits this place. We'll talk later, okay? Sure thing, have fun smashing up robots and stuff. Okay, you metal bastards, round 2. I leave Zapper to her unending quest to put laser blasts through the slowly trundling chrome skeleton men and depart. That was intense. As for my thoughts on this new teammate, well... Okay, so option 1. Life comes at you fast, and Zapper seems ready to tackle it head on. I like that. She's also deeply interested in the Pro Tour, which helps considering that's my dream. I could see us hanging out more, definitely. Her blunt and basic flirting may not be my speed, though. Okay, whom do I want to talk to next? Alright, we got 2 more people, driving game person and bullet game person. So let us choose bullet pal person. I spot a young man intensely focused on playing what looks like Space Invaders cranked to 11. I can't even begin to visually parse the chaos of his game. I think there's a spaceship somewhere, but all I see are glowing projectiles flooding the screen. Somehow the game isn't immediately ending, so I presume he's managing to dodge each and every bullet. And finally, a golden fireball fills the screen. His luck runs out at last. With a long and ragged sigh, he steps away from the controls.
The inevitability of a game over. Some days you get the radioactive mutant space bear, and some days the radioactive mutant space bear gets you, I suppose. But in the end, it's always the bear.
Shaking it off, he pulls up the corners of his mouth into a smile and engages friendly conversation mode.
You coming to GCF? This multicade's got more than just shmups. There's retro classics and stuff too. Go ahead and quarter up if you want. I'm done for now. Name's Domino. I lurk around this place when I'm not doing anything else of importance, which is most of the time. Let me know if you need anything. If you're lucky, maybe I can actually provide it.
Good to meet you. Name's Socks. I'm going around making introductions. I'm joining Team GCF. Loxley said I should come by and say howdy. Oh, I think this is the guy that's played by Sungwon Cho, I believe. How exactly does one join an organization that barely exists? I've never heard of someone walking up and saying, "Hi, can I join your circle of friends?" Even if it'd be nice if people actually did that. This world could use more kindness as a whole. I get that this is a pretty casual team, and I'm hoping to make a run for the Pro Tour. Not a great match, but that's okay. I'm here now, so I figured the least I can do is take a shot at it, right?
Don't know about that.
That's the literal opposite of the least you could do. The least you can do is lie down and never get up again, right? That face. Also, is it just me, or does it seem like some of the letters in his speech boxes seem to be different than the others? It's like the O-N-E... Wow, it's like... It is weird, yeah. There's something a bit creepy in his tone when he says it. Like he's trying to sound like he's joking when he really isn't. He looks me over once, top to bottom.
Hey.
Anyway, welcome to the fold. We've got pizza, we've got laundry pods. Please, for the love of God, do not mix the two up when choosing your food sources. You need anything? You call up your buddy Domino. Just don't call Domino's unless you want pizza, although Ben and Matt make a damn good slice, truth be told. So, what's your deal? Besides Fist of Discomfort 2, I mean. I need a deal aside from FOD2. Life's not a YA novel. You're allowed to have more than one character attribute, yes? I'm very level-headed in a crisis, if that matters. A useful trait, to be sure, but I meant your passions. Or is it really just FOD2 all day, every day? Eat, sleep, breathe, sleep, FOD2? Option 5. I rolled a 5, so it's option 3. It's not like FOD2 is the only game I play. I'm a PC gamer. I build my own rigs, configure my own software, really go all out with it. Wow, I could never afford a gaming computer. Always wanted one, but I'm stuck with looking at the online world through my phone screen. But you drop quarters all day into arcade games? Practical upside to being a sponsored team is our sponsor letting us play games for free. It's all a big scam, but I think Ben and Matt know we're scamming them and are cool with it as long as we're having fun and chasing our dreams. It's not saying much to have a dream of playing free games, but I guess it's a manageable dream. Must be nice having aspirations and ambitions. He spares a glance to the arcade cabinet, which is silently running a demo of the ridiculously over-the-top space shooting game he was playing.
You ever wonder what it's like?
What's like?
To be in space, flying at unbearable speeds, surrounded by nothing but void and enemies, closing in on all sides. Probably one of the most terrifying experiences ever. Like being an early Russian cosmonaut, desperately holding on as your ship shakes apart around you. I think that's why I love bullet hell shmups. They're nightmares. Pure nightmares. But you can safely engage with that nightmare. Explore it. It's just a game, after all. It can't really hurt you. And every time you explode, silent, white-hot ball in the vacuum of space, you have another chance to try again. I've gotten very, very good at exploding. And not exploding. It's all muscle memory by now.
Okay, option 3. I get that. Sometimes I sleepwalk through FOD2 matches. You get so good at a game that you barely need to be conscious. I bet you could just stay in bed all day with controller and blaze through one of these things. Gotta get moving eventually though. Get up and out of bed and moving. Never mind. I think that put him off balance, but not sure why exactly. Still, he shakes it off quickly enough. He lets out a brief yawn, defocusing his eyes for a moment. Sorry, long night. Overslept too. I'm not quite at my best. I'll give you a properly enthusiastic greeting, maybe with streamers and confetti next time. Rain check okay with you? Sounds good here. He offers me a quick salute.
Seeing you.
Welcome to our glorious mess. Until next time. He steps away from the arcade machine to head out to the laundromat and maybe lie down a bit. Can't imagine the tumble dryers being conductive to rest, though. Okay, so I rolled a 4 and it's option 2. You ever get that creeping feeling down your neck when someone smiles at you? Yeah, I had that feeling just now, repeatedly. But I'm not here to fix people's problems. I've got my own dreams to chase, my own issues to deal with. He can handle his own lot. Okay, whom do I want to talk to next? Okay, so we have one more person. A woman in black drifts sharply around turn after turn in Fast Cars 7, navigating her virtual car effortlessly down a winding mountain road. I should probably wait for her to finish up before approaching, no need to be weird about this. So I'm content to watch out the corner of my eye as she closes in on the end of the race, coming up hard and fast on a rival driver. I wonder if the other cars are online players or just AI chumps. Are there any online-ready arcade games other than FOD2? There's so little I know about this stuff. The whole cabinet resembles a simplified driver's seat with steering wheel and gear shift and pedals and so on. I know die-hard PC gamers who love racers have similar gear. But one thing strikes me as unusual. She isn't using the pedals. There's some sort of makeshift knob and lever system attached to the wheel, which indirectly pushes on the pedals. Is that normal for arcade games? Before I can ponder it further, her car slides sideways across the finish line. First place, fireworks, confetti, cheering, and she ignores it all. With her game complete, I approach while she climbs out of the seat and fetches her walking cane, leaning heavily on it as she pulls herself up to standing with great effort. Her metal knee braces creak as she does so. Instinctively, I want to step up and offer to help her, but she's on her feet before I can do so. She then turns to face me, shifting the disability assist walking cane from hand to hand as she shifts her weight.
What next? Been standing there a while.
Don't say something wrong, 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 don't say something wrong. Okay, this is a 4 thing, so let's roll a 4. Okay, so our choices are say something wrong, say something monumentally wrong, say something so monumentally wrong that the results are visible from space, or remain absolutely silent. We rolled a 2, so we're just going to be monumentally wrong. So, what should I call you? Disabled, other abled, ability challenged? I don't want to say something stupid and oh god, I think I just did, didn't I? Yeah, you did. Could just call me by my name. Works like a charm. Right, and your name is? Jinx. Jinx'll do. Right. She sighs deeply, reaching up to rub at her temples before responding.
Syringomyelia.
Syringano, what's it now?
Cysts in the spinal cord. Results in weakness or partial paralysis of the extremities. Varies from person to person. Weak legs and arms in my case. Joint pain. Some good days, some bad days. Used to carry an explanation on an index card. Had a stack of them. Would hand one out to anyone who hassled me, then walk away. But figured that was too catty of me. Stopped doing it. Better to just talk it out in the open than be dismissive. You good with talking it out in the open, like adults? Or want to take another run at inserting foot into mouth?
Yes, I'm good with talking, thank you. Good. So I'm Socks. Pleased to meet you despite my fumble.
Takes more than one fumble to turn me away. Always willing to give benefit of the doubt. Don't worry about it. What brings you to this little arcade? Not much going on here. Most folks come for the laundry or the pizza.
So I talked with Loxley about joining your team, and now I'm going around asking for everyone's buy-in. Considering how I acted just now, you've got every right to tell me to hit the street. She considers tapping her fingers along the handle of her cane. Joining Team GCF? Really? Why? Not that professional of a team, just a bunch of friends who play FOD2 and stuff. I know, and that's okay. At this point, I'd be happy to play in any team. I know I can't get where I want to be alone. Can feel you on that one. Situation like mine, you need to rely on others more than you want. Just have to accept the facts on the ground in the end. And thinking about it, might be fun to take a Pro Tour run. No way we actually make it, but might be fun. Okay, sounds good to me. Find me down here in the arcade more often than the others. Can do some practice scrims in FOD2 whenever you like, provided I'm not racing. Yeah, I'm getting the impression that everyone here has a side hustle, some games they play as much as FOD2. She leans against the Fast Cars 7 cabinet and taps the gas/brake hand control lever with her cane. Modified for me, all special-like. Friend of Ben and Matt's did it for me, a techie named Naomi! Can't work the pedals, no, but my arms still have some play and hand controls take care of everything. A little harder, but I like a challenge. Not just a Fast Car 7 though. Secretly, tweaked this cab out to run all sorts of racing games. Probably a copyright violation, but so what? Like to mix up what I drive. Gets boring otherwise. Right, so 3, so that will be option 2. That's really swell of them, you know? Making an expensive mod like that just so you can play. I'm glad to see this arcade is so supportive. Reasonable accommodations. Very reasonable. No, that's the legal term. The facility owner has to provide reasonable accommodations under law. That's why they have stools to stand on if you're short, noise-canceling headphones if you need them, quiet hours on Sundays for attention deficit gamers, stuff like that. But didn't have to push real hard on this. Ben and Matt are good people and knew just who to call to solve this problem for me.
Not bad at all.
Nice when folks are accommodating not because they have to be, but because they want to be. She pauses, considering me for one quiet moment.
What's your story anyway?
Story?
What moves you? What makes you tick? Why you're so hyped for the Pro Tour that you're willing to trust an unknown team of casuals? If we're going to be teammates, I should know you better. You already know enough about me. Only fair I get to learn more about you. Figure out who I'm dealing with. Set expectations rather than making assumptions. Makes sense, yeah?
I wouldn't say I exactly know her heart and soul, but I guess she's offered as much as she wants to, for now. She stands there patiently waiting for me to lay it all out for her. Well... Okay, so option 1. I can't say I'm a pro, but I'm as close to pro as you can get while staying amateur. My day job sucks, my life sucks, but I love games. The way I see it, going for the gold, the ultimate gold, is just the next step on expressing that love. And I get that this team isn't exactly as diehard as me. Still, I think there could be something here, and I'm willing to try. She nods along, taking it all in. Seems she's the sort who likes to take... Excuse me. Likes to take plenty of time to listen, understand, and form a response before speaking. Makes sense. Yeah.
Sounds good here.
Can't even think of how to cross the finish line until you start the car. Won't promise you much out of this experience. Won't promise we can be friends even. But if you're willing to try, I'm willing to try. Jinx shuffles from foot to foot, clearly a bit tired from standing around.
See you later.
Okay. Tiring out now, think I'll go take 5. Good luck with the others. Try to keep your foot out of your mouth. You'll do fine. Roger. Thanks, Jinx. That was awkward. Well, awkward at first. Thankfully, I didn't nuke myself from orbit on that one, and things smoothed out considerably afterward. In fact... Okay, so I rolled a 1, so it's option 1. There's a certain aura of cool control about her. She can be fierce, but knows when to be fierce. And if I can't drive her away over an accident like that, I think we'll do well as teammates. Spending so long indoors, soaking in the smells of detergent, pepperoni, and brass tokens has been draining. So, I decide to step out and get some fresh air. Fresh air and a moment of reflection. I'm still a bit confused. The team's barely a team. It's a ragtag bunch of individual friends without any cohesive direction. I left the apartment this morning hoping to live out my dream of being an FOD2 champion, but that's not a dream they all share with me, right? So, why exactly did Iris lead me here? I think I'm owed some answers by this point. Iris, got a moment? Sure thing, what's up? Okay, option 1. I deserve the truth, Iris. Why Team GCF? What's the deal, Iris? I asked for a team to take me on the road and conquer the Pro Tour, and you led me to the Burger King Kids Club. Okay, so Zapper and Rhapsody are 100% down for it, a few others are 50-50 on the idea, but I was hoping for a smoother ride than this, all the way to the top. I think you owe me an explanation. Iris pauses before responding. Tell me, why do you want to win the Pro Tour so badly? What do you mean? Why? It's the pinnacle to reach for. It's the Pro Tour Championship. Why wouldn't I want that? Except, before this a championship existed, you were content to play on an amateur level. It's not about the glory or even your childhood dream, is it? So, why? Why do you need this victory so badly? Okay, and option 2. Everybody's trying to be their best selves, right? To really live up to their potential. That's me. I'm being my best self. It makes me happy to reach for the gold and see it through. It's a good thing. Why shouldn't I have confidence in myself? It's not about wanting to win a game. It's about why you want to win. The truth behind the dream. And I'm sorry to say, I calculated your truth from your own words, posted to social media. Just so you realize I'm not making this up, let me quote some of these back at you. The words are in her voice, but I'm definitely the one who wrote them as she echoes these short messages back to me. Okay, I rolled option 3. It was just kiddie soccer, but my trophy was bigger, shinier. We'd won. We'd actually won the regionals. My parents were so happy. They clapped for me, told me I was a champion. They made me pancakes. I've been chasing that feeling ever since. It's a wonderful feeling being wrapped up in praise and pride. I want to be a champion. I have to be a champion. I have to win. It's all I have going for me in the end. I didn't realize how hard I was biting my lip until the reading ended. I really need to speak in my defense. I mean, I should. Even defending the indefensible. I'd been awake for 20 hours running when I wrote that. Obviously, I have more going on in my life than just winning all the time. But Iris shakes her head at my words, seeing right through them, and explains.
In your heart, you feel that if you aren't constantly winning, you must be a loser, a fraud, an imposter. This isn't even the only time you talked about it. I could cite more examples if you like. Nearly all of your social media communication is related to your gaming habits. Not your job, or family, or friends. This is all you have. All you feel you have. You've built up so much of your dream around this game. Around winning this game, that your whole self-worth is tied into it. And I think you see the obvious problem with that. I hope.
I pause, feeling rather attacked when my own phone lays into me. But there's sympathy in her digital voice, not accusation. She doesn't want to call me out. She wants me to call myself out.
What do you think will happen if you join the Pro Tour and fail to make it all the way to an ultimate victory? How would you react?
I mean, I get it. Logically, only one team wins the Pro Tour, so it's not like I'm betting my entire existence on winning.
Except you are. That's exactly what you're doing. Your self-esteem is on the line. Every day you compete. Wanting to win a video game is fine. It's a good thing. I'm certainly not arguing against having a dream and making it happen. But it's not healthy to gamble your self-esteem at the same time, tying them both together. Do you dream of winning? Or are you just terrified of losing and feeling pain? I could sense that when I analyzed you. I may be code instead of flesh and blood, but I'm an empathy engine at heart. But I couldn't just say that outright. You wouldn't have believed me. So I had to leave you here. To people who can help you find something more to reach for while also reaching for victory. And you can help them, too. The goal of any Irish should be to help as many people as possible.
She smiles up at me, hopeful that I'll understand her words. For example, Loxley is very ambitious, even if many of his ambitions are secretive. He searches for justice and fairness in this world, victory for all. I can't think of a better kind of victory than one everyone can share in. You could share in it as well. Now, that said, if all you want to be is Socks, Destroyer of Scrubs, I'm not going to force you down this path. The Legend of Socks will be yours to do as you please. Uninstall me and I'll bother you no further. You have free will. But if you're also Sydney Moore, who's desperate to fill the hole in their heart with victories, please consider staying with Team GCF for your own sake, and I'll help you any way I can on this path. I'll turn myself off now. Give you time to think. If we never speak again, no, I won't take it personally. Thank you. Out of respect to Iris, I decide to take the question seriously. All day long I've been focused on it, savoring it, wanting this team situation to work out so I could get more of it. Winning. Every story I've ever read tells you to chase your dreams, no matter what. That's a noble thing to do, right? And this was my dream. From as far back as I can remember, my wildest dreams were always one of victory. Sure, I have a job, I have to pay my taxes, I have friends, usually online, I head out of town to visit my extended family almost every holiday season, but none of that moves me, really gets me out of bed and moves me. No, my dream moves me, and that dream was to keep on being a winner forever. And isn't that enough? Isn't it a good thing to be the very best, like no one ever was? Who am I? Who do I really want to be? Okay, so 1 through 3 is going to be option 1, and 4 through 6 is option 2. So today, I'm Sydney Moore, and I don't feel like a winner right now. No helping it. She's right. I hadn't really seen things from that perspective before, but she's definitely right. The sickening feeling whenever I lose, whenever I'm a loser, winning feels better, feels right. Without it, I feel miserable. Like I'm miserable. A miserable, pathetic little nothing. And I'm not so far gone as to think that's a healthy way to live. If Iris thinks this new path can help me, so be it. I owe it to myself to at least try. I tap Iris's icon, not to uninstall it, but to activate it. Okay, maybe you were right. Maybe you aren't. I think I'm not exactly in the best position to see myself in an unbiased fashion, but I'm willing to hear you out. Thank you. Thank you for trusting me. And for what it's worth, I think you can still try out for the Pro Tour if that's what you want, but be aware of why you want that victory too. If you can find a way to achieve your dream in an emotionally healthy manner, well, that'd be great. And with Team GCF in your corner, I calculate you can do just that. Team GCF needs Sydney, and Sydney needs Team GCF. With a deep sigh, I try to push most of this aside and focus on the here and now. You can keep calling me Socks. It's my self-chosen name. Well, Socks, I think I've given you enough food for thought. Now I should let you chew on it a bit. Iris, offline. I'm still not totally sure what to make of this. If my dream is one of victory, but victory is unhealthy, well, what do I do? What now? But as I'm pondering exactly what shape my new dream should take, I hear a voice behind me.
Hey, old friend!
Ah, I was hoping you hadn't wandered far afield. Have you a moment to chat, Socks? Yes, I was just chatting with Iris a bit about things.
I offer my sincere apologies.
I see. Seems you were deep in rapport with our fair digital maiden. Apologies for the interruption. Frankly, I think I needed the interruption. What's up, Loxley? 'Twas conversing with my friends, and we came to the realization we treated you rather impolitely. You came here to play FOD2, yes? And we doth protest too much about our lack of interest in your dreams of FOD2 glory. My dreams are a bit in flux at the moment, honestly. Still, you sought to play your favorite game, and we were less than accommodating. So, if you'll permit me, we'd love to play a bit with you.
Fairness in all things.
It's only fair we see things from your perspective. So, shall we return hence to yon arcade for challenge and revelry? My head's still reeling from the Iris upending, I don't know, just every preconceived notion I had about myself, but I won't deny FOD2 helps me clear my head and focus. Okay, be there in a moment. Excellent. Take your moment and we shall see you afterwards. It feels strange agreeing to go play the game that slammed dunked me right into this mess. But if I'm not going to walk away from all this, away from gaming in general, I owe it to myself to keep moving forward, if only to see what will happen. Alright, and on that note, I am going to end things off for the evening, and let me see who we can raid. Alright, so why don't we go and raid Matsu Quinox? I don't know what they are reading right now, but they are obviously having some fun reading a story to people, so... Alright, we are going to raid Matsu Quinox, and I am going to end things off for the night, and we will see you on Saturday. So, have a good night, everyone.